Good afternoon, this is Pat Walker doing a video overview of the ETFs. Why do we look at the ETFs? Here's a fact. Leading groups produce leading stocks produce leading groups. We scan the ETFs to see where there is potential strength to make money, but also areas to avoid. This is sorted alphabetically, so let's do this. I'm doing this a day earlier because I won't be here on the weekend to handle it. But let's just take a look here. As you can see, the robotics is lagging. This is a daily chart. The ticker symbol is right up here, and you can see the name, what it is. All right, nothing special there. The next one, cloud computing, basing a little bit, but not showing a lot of power. All right, diamonds picked up a little bit. Finally, with a pickup in volume, maybe that would be good for the Dow. The next one, FDN, Dow Jones Internet. It's just basing here. It's hanging in above the 50-day, and that's constructive. I'd like to see it go across these tops here. What would that be good? That would be good for some of the internet stocks. IBD 50 still lags. Look at this. Even after today with the market up big, this closed in the bottom half of its range, maybe bottom third. Just not a lot of power in the IBD 50. That's not a criticism, it's just what it is. MAXLIST stocks, FV picking up a little bit, but not a lot of power still. China's lagging. Gold miners, picking up a little bit, but it's below the falling 50-day and it's below the 200-day. Be careful with this. I said this for years at the IBD meetups. The air is better above a rising 50-day moving average line. Continue onward. Gold, same situation, lagging. Be careful with that. Continue onwards. What do we have here? Biotechnology. That tells you to be careful with biotechnology, folks. That's bad. I got to refresh a chart here. Hold on just a second. Let's do this. There we go. That's rough. Leave it alone. Nothing to do with it. Oil's hanging in there. It's been trending up. Energy, maybe something to look at, and it's been something to be looking at for a while. There you go. What's this? Software technology. This is forming a big cup with a handle. I like that. It needs to start pushing above these tops, and it needs to push up off the 200-day, off the 50-day, and off the 21 exponential. Went up today, but not on a lot of power. Tells you to still be cautious with software. Dow Jones Medicine, stay away. Okay, dad humor. Dow Jones Medicine is sick. Okay, thank you. I had to say it, sorry. Mid-cap, still not a lot of power there. Be careful with mid-cap. Aerospace and defense, stay away. Look at the decline. Look at the selling amount. There's power in knowing what to maybe look at to buy. There's also power in knowing what to avoid. Leave it alone for now. Continue onwards. U.S. home construction, it was a great run for us in the home building stocks, but it's below the falling 50-day now. And note the distribution bars. They're talking. Tells us to be careful with that group. Avoid it for now. Growth, picking up a little bit. S&P 500 growth, picking up just a little bit, but we need to see some power. There's not a lot of volume there, folks. We need to see this lift with volume. Volume equal power. Small cap still lagging, be careful with it. Real estate, there's nothing going on here. By the way, just to always tell you, the name's up here so you can see. It's lagging, leave it alone. Nothing to do with it. Transport's lagging, leave it alone. Airlines lagging, bad, leave it alone. By the way, I may be going fast, but we don't have to overthink it. You look at the chart, it's in a downtrend. Stay away from the airline stocks. And it's been telling you for a long time to stay away from the airline stocks. There's power in knowing what to buy, and there's power in knowing what to avoid. And that helps us. All right? Regional banking, still not much power, leave it alone. Mid-cap's picking up a little bit, but still not much power. Oil services, now that's not too bad. We're involved in some energy. There you go. That's why we do this. It's been something that's been trending, and we're involved in some energy. That helps us, okay? For our pharmaceuticals picking up, it's kind of choppy, all right? Nothing really great there. Be careful with pharmaceutical stocks. NASDAQ 100, QLD. Oh, look at this. It's starting to pick up a little bit. That's nice to see. It would be nice to see this start to pick up and trend. That would be great. Is it going to here? I don't know, but it sure would be nice if it did. I'd like that, so we'll see. Continue onward. QQQ, same thing as QLD, picking up a little bit. Retail's picked up some, but note, price and volume. There's no volume here. Leave it alone. There we go. Silver, stay away. Team, and this is for everybody. I'll just pause here for a minute. I'll say it again. There's tremendous power in this tactic. I've used this since the last century. Where is their strength? Where is their weakness? It helps us. We've got a limited amount of money and a limited amount of time. We want to use both assets wisely, and this helps us. Continue on. Steel's picking up a little bit, but there's just not a lot of power there. Be careful with that. Semiconductors just can't get going. I mean, it's still below the fallen 50-day. Let's get some power. Not yet. Got to watch it. S&P 500 picked up a little bit. That's nice to see. Here's the other thing that's important. It did it on a pickup in volume. Now, here's a start right here, and it lifted up a little bit, and then it rolled over again. We need this. We need to see this continue. All right? It's the spiders, and the same thing's true with SSO. Need to see some power picking up in there. That would be really good. Price action backed by volume. Solar, stay away. There's nothing there. Look at the trend. We don't, oh, maybe this is going to bottom. I don't like to play the maybe game. I like stacking the deck in my favor, and I do it with our VIPs, looking for the best of the best. You're not going to see this in any chart book saying, well, this is what you look for to buy. Nope. Small caps lagging, leave it alone. Uranium's been picking up some. Look at that. URA. It's been a decent run right there. This is why we look at the ETFs. There's an opportunity back in here, and it's been trending. You could also look at some uranium stocks. See how you can connect the dots? I like that. You get a big picture of the industry group, and then you can take it a step further and look at individual stocks. Here's an oil stock, U.S. oil, that's still working fairly well. There you go, energy related. Consumer, discretionary, starting to pick up a little bit on a pickup in volume. Maybe the consumer's going to start coming back. That would be nice to see. And on the other side of the coin, aerospace and defense, nothing. Stay away. Nothing to do with it. You don't have to overthink it. It's not there. It's that simple. Avoid those stocks for now. Biotechnology, stay away. It's below the falling 200-day, folks. Although this might be the bottom. I don't want to play the might game. I'm looking for strength. Strength begets strength. It's not there, so leave it alone. Home builders, choppy, leave it alone. No power there. Materials picking up a little bit, but still not great. Okay, not a lot of power. Be aware of that. Now, communications is picking up a little bit. That's nice to see, as you can see from the chart. What do I like? Well, here's the negative. It fell on heavy volume here, and it's rallied, but on less volume than it fell on. Take it a step further. Green is good, red isn't. What do you see in here? I see a lot more red than green. There you go. It tells you, be cautious. Energy, still working. Involved with energy? Yeah. And it's working. Schlumberger's been good for us. Look at what it's doing. It's trending. Trends pay more than all the decisions you'll make. It still acts good. I'm not saying buy it here, but it has acted good and helped us make money. Financials picking up a little bit. That's nice to see. I like to see financials. It's good to have financials participating in a market lift. All right? That's important to remember, by the way. So we'll see what happens there. Industrial still lagging. Be careful with that. Technology, it's still, even today with the market up, it went up, but on less volume than yesterday and less volume than when it fell. We need to see some power in technology. Until that happens, err to the side of caution in that area. Consumer staples picking up, but look where it is. It's below all the moving averages. Leave it alone. Healthcare, still lagging, nothing to do with it. Consumer discretionary, it's picking up a little bit. XLY, you could punch up XLY and see what the top 10 holdings are. Maybe there's something there in XLY. There we go. Metals and mining, oh, look at this. Look at that lift on XME. That's nice to see. Look at XME and see if there's some there. This isn't a bad base either. Now let's go to the weekly and look. You can say, oh, I see that right there, Pat, and I'll draw this for you. At Mission Winners, this is what we do. This is what I taught at the IBD meetups for a long time, and I loved it. I said, oh, this is why we look at both weekly and daily. I say, oh, this is a decent base here. Take out these tops on the weekly and coinciding with tops on the daily. That could be a potential buy. There we go. XOP, oil and gas, another energy ETF that doesn't look too bad. Tells you to stay in retail. What does this say? Stay away from retail. Done. Software still can't get going. Can't get going. What does it say? Be careful with software stocks. So now let's look at the MAXLIST. Apple. There's nothing here, folks. It's Apple. It's below the fallen 50-day. There's nothing to do with it. Just leave it alone. It's not a high probability setup. It was at other times and made great runs for us, but not here. Amazon's working, okay? Take out these tops here. Could be a continuation. We're in this already from lower, And it's working for us. Is there anything really to do with it now? Well, it needs to take out the tops of this bar for us to really get interested in buying more. All right? And what do? Watch this. Here you go. Got an alert set for a potential add-on. New buy, a little bit extended. I'd be careful with that. Safer entry was down in here. Okay? And I'll draw it for you to help you. Just so you can kind of see this. There you go. Let's continue onwards. And by the way, good volume on this bar going up, down on less volume, up on heavier volume. You see that? That's connecting the dots. And you can say, well, this one's down. Folks, it was down just a little bit from yesterday's close, so it's not that bad of a bar. I'll make this bigger so you can see what I'm talking about. Look, the close yesterday was 144.98. The close today is, excuse me, I got to get right, 144.85. The close today is 144.72. Closed down 13 cents. So it's not that bad of a bar. That's the kind of things we do at Mission Winners. And it's not fancy. It's simple. It's conceptually correct. Measuring price and volume action. And that helps us make money, be safe also. Let's continue. Oh, this is another very important point for everybody. Don't scrunch up your chart so much that you can't see the nuances in the price and volume bars, right? It's like, I can't see anything there. And don't make them so big that you miss a bunch of data. Find that compromise spot. I find like right here is useful. This is good. It gives me enough data going back several months to make a valid decision. There we go. Alibaba's dead. There's nothing to do with it. It's below all the moving averages. Just leave it alone. Well, maybe it's going to bounce. I'm not playing the maybe game, and you shouldn't either. Strength begets strength. Focus on it. BIDU sister stock. There's nothing good there. Leave it alone. Google started to push across this base. I'm making this earlier because we're headed out. But you can see this base right here. This may be good following through. It could be a new buy or an add-on taking out these highs. But note, go smaller. Volume picked up, but it's still not even doing average daily volume. Volume is the fuel that lifts the ship. Volume measures conviction on the buy side or the sell side. On the buy side, it's not showing much right now. Goldman Sachs is picking up, but it's in no man's land. There's nothing there. Leave it alone. MasterCard. Look at that drop. Gaps up and drops like a rock. Glad we're not in it. Meta starts to pick up. MAXLIST stock. This stock has been really good to us through the year. Look at that. I mean, there's a game changer. Buy right down in here and off to the race. How about now? Here's where we're at right now. It's starting to pick up. If it starts to take out, we bought this, we might buy more. Note the volume pickup, bouncing off the 50-day. That's what we look for. Will it follow through? Well, there's another top right here. The high on this bar, folks, is 312.34. The high on this bar is 312.87. You're real close to these tops here, pushing across there. We'll go back to that. 312.34. Optical illusion, 312.87. Yeah, it's picking up on a pickup in volume. That could be an add-on. Could be a new buy if it starts small. This market's still not out of the woods yet. Okay, so just please don't get reckless. But it doesn't look bad. Let's continue onwards. Microsoft started to pick up today. But note this, it closed below where it opened. This needs to lift off with some power. We like stocks that close above where they opened. That indicates power. And at this moment, it's a little bit lower. Netflix, they're not even renting it. Leave it alone. By the way, when price and volume, they were voting yesterday. They sold it. Stay away from it. And I'm not criticizing the company. I'm just looking at the chart saying, this is what you don't want to buy it now. Don't be involved with it. Continue onwards. NVDA, this needs to bounce off the 50-day on volume. By the way, you see when it did it here? Bouncing off the 50-day? And look at the volume pickup. Right here, needs to show some power. But it might come in tomorrow. We'll be ready. Tesla, I like this base on Tesla. Take out these tops. I've already got it marked. Starts to take out these highs here with volume. That could be a potential buy. There you go. Visa, nothing. There's nothing there. Leave it alone. By the way, for everybody, we owned this down here, okay, and ran up, and then it started to do this tail bar, and then it backed off and fell below that pivot. We took the rest out and missed this. There you go.
Thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit like. Maybe hit that subscribe button. We come up with new content nearly every day. Also, check out the videos on the right. YouTube recommends the one on the top, and the bottom one is something we thought you might enjoy. See you next time.